Hey guys, it's Daniel with your Friday Thought. Hey, guess what? We're going to get a little awkward today. Nobody is going to like this post, and that's fine. I don't expect anybody to like it because we're going to talk about sex. And here's what I like to do on Fridays, and that is a lot of the stuff that I hear throughout the week, stuff that I learned, stuff that I hear throughout the week, I want to share with you. And this week has been, it seems like it's been a lot about married couples struggling in their sex life. So we're going to talk about that a little bit because guess what? Did you know that you and your spouse, if you're struggling in your sex life, you're not the only ones that are struggling in your sex life. I would almost say, this is going to sound cynical, I would almost say there's a majority of couples that are struggling some way in their sex life. So I'm going to give you some resources. All right. So here's a great one. Okay. The Married Guy's Guide to Great Sex. That's a really good book. I have read all of these books. That's a good one. The companion book to this, I don't have here at the office. Somebody, I don't know if I loaned it out or something, but I pulled it up on my computer. It's called Enjoy: The Gift of Sexual Pleasure for Women. So that's the good one. That's the women's version of this. So that's a really great one. Here's a great one. It's called Restoring the Pleasure. This one has like a step-by-step exercises and stuff like that to help if you're struggling in your sex life and you're struggling with sexual intimacy because it's uncomfortable. It deals with any question you could possibly imagine. It's not awkward. Both of these are Christian-based books, as is this third one that I will show you. And this is a great one. This one's called A Celebration of Sex. This is really good as well. It has a few exercises. It has some fun questions and stuff that you can talk through with your spouse that doesn't make it awkward. It doesn't make it awful or anything like that to talk about if you're struggling with some of that stuff. The other thing that I see a lot is a lot of guys struggling with sexual addiction. So anything that you see by Patrick Carnes, this one's called In the Shadows of the Net. This is a great one for some of you guys that are struggling with some pornography stuff, which is rampant. It's everywhere. If you don't think it's everywhere, that's because we don't talk about this stuff. And the other one, I'm not sure this is in print. This is a great one. It's called The Sexual Addiction Workbook. It is fantastic. It's a good one. I've worked through this with a lot of guys. A wonderful resource. I'm not sure if it's still in print. I looked it up online probably 6 months to a year ago, and it was like $400 online, and I guarantee you I did not pay $400 for this. So it may just one of those that's an astronomical price because it may be out of print and somebody's trying to scam you. So here's the thing, guys. We can talk about this stuff. In our culture, we walk around and we walk into church and we go hang out with our friends and we just kind of nod and grin and say, yep, everything's good. Everything's good with us. And then you go home and you're fighting about sex and you're arguing because both of you are dissatisfied with it in one way or another. You got to talk about this stuff. Okay, this is real stuff. It's not weird. You're married. You got to talk about this stuff. And I would even say this, if there's somebody that you have that's a mentor, would you bring up to them the fact that you're struggling with this stuff? Because you know what? I have never had a guy in this office or outside of this office come up to me and say, hey, we're really struggling with our sex life. I've never shamed them. I've never judged them. I've never shaken my finger at them. I think we all struggle with some aspect of this and we all get it. And most people just kind of nod their head and say, you know what? I get it. I get it. And so if we would say it out loud, it's something we can do. There's resources, there's help out there. Grab one of these books and talk to somebody about your sexual struggles in your marriage because it's real and we can talk about it. All right, there's enough awkwardness for your Friday Thought. I will see you next week with another Core Connections video. Bye, guys.